Okay, boys and girls, today Carnal is going to take on daddy privilege. Now, I'm going to try and get through most of this article before giving my commentary, so just bear with me for this one, okay? Chloe says daddy privilege is an all too real issue in the parenting world. That's how we're starting out, guys. Why this white bitch is making pan dulce? No one knows, but we'll not address that because reasons. Chloe Sexton is a mom to a 7-year-old named Mason and a nearly 1-year-old named Theodore. She went on a TikTok for explaining something. She went viral on TikTok for explaining something she says is an all too real problem in the parenting world: daddy privilege. In her viral clip, she says she has a fun little story to share. Look at that. Wholesome, right? In her clip, which has now been viewed more than 5 million times. This bitch got 5 million views. Starts by showing Chloe holding Theodore. She says to her followers, "I got a fun little story for you about daddy privilege," before beginning to explain the whole concept. Chloe is the business owner of a bakery. Now, you'll notice in this picture that this bakery is in her home. And that is relevant for this story, as we'll go through and I explain later. Chloe explains that she is a business owner while her husband has a job. Quote, "I have a business, my husband has a job." Could not make it any clearer. Oh, but you could, my dear, and we'll get to that at the end. Frustrated, she continues to say that the bakery she owns requires that she attend a depot to buy bulk ingredients each week. She often shops and works with her newborn strapped to her body. Gotcha. The ingredients pickup can end up being a tricky job sometimes with the baby in tow. No shit. Shock and awe. Chloe says while doing the depot run in the past, she has either been pregnant or, quote, wearing her baby Theodore. Chloe's husband joined her for her usual errands and was praised. Oh no. How terrible. And here we see the fine, strapping Chad gentleman who brings home the paycheck and pays the bills, reaching into the stroller. Good dad, good dad. Recently, Chloe's husband had the day off work. Happy joy joy. And joined her for the depot pickup with Theodore. She described the experience. "When I tell you the way this man was treated like a hero. A hero! Mind you, those same people see me there every single week." Oh, terrible. Just terrible. She pointed out how moms tend to be overlooked in public. Once again, this is a home business. I have to stress this. Chloe said she was only recognized by one of the cashiers despite being there regularly. It's almost like you're a regular and you just kind of blend in with the rest of everybody else. She continues, "I'm strapped up with the baby or 7 months pregnant, hauling hundreds of pounds of bags of flour. Meanwhile, I'm getting a whole lot of nothing to see here." Yeah? Seeing a woman shopping is not exactly a cosmic event, my dear. Anyways, moms are expected to balance work and life with little to no recognition or reward. And once again, we see a clear picture of this broad with a mixer in her home. Keep this in mind, please. Chloe summarized her thoughts about the way that moms are often expected to balance raising children and running a business. Now, hang on, because I'd like to personally testify that I do attend the monthly patriarch meetings, and nowhere, absolutely nowhere, do we ever, expect women to balance raising children and run a business. I'm just going to put that out there. Nowhere in the Cliff Notes, nowhere in the bulletin, in the whole patriarchy movement, did we decide that women should balance raising children and running a business. I just need to clarify this obvious blasphemy against the patriarchy. Continuing, though. With little to no praise, simply because it's simply expected of them. Her husband has a different experience altogether. She says her husband is just doing his job as a father. It doesn't make him a hero. Remember that one? Aw, he's changing the baby too. What a good guy. The young mom points out, my husband wears the baby and he goes to the restaurant depot for mommy's business, and it's, oh my God, look at you. Yeah. A man in any store wearing a baby is a clear indication that this is not the norm. Okay, I'm gonna stop. We're gonna go back to our scheduled programming. We're gonna get through this, and then I'll do commentary. But she stands firm in believing that, quote, he's not a hero. He's literally just a parent, just a father doing the same shit I do every single week. Commenters had similar experiences and echoed Chloe's perspective. MB says greatness is expected of women, but are somehow never appreciated for it. Mom on flight alone with kids, death stares and negative comments, dad's alone on flight with kids, flight attendants falling over each other to help. Yep. Alex, my husband was seen on one aisle alone with our twins and was praised by 5 people. As is normal. Again, the commentary. I shop alone weekly and it's crickets. Chloe's video racked up thousands of comments, many from moms who shared similar experiences about their husbands or partners taking the children out in public. One person highlighted that mothers are obligated and fathers are privileged. Watch her video below. We're not going to watch the video because no. A lot of commenters on Chloe's video seem to agree with her perspective. Of course, as with any viral video, there were some people who had conflicting opinions and also left comments. Of course they did. This is the internet. Do you agree that daddy privilege is something that happens regularly? Okay, I think we got through it. I think that is the end. Yes, that is the end of this horrific tirade against men in general. So, let us recap here. Again, she is in her home with a mixer where she has a bakery business, again, that she operates from her home. Let me be very, very, very clear about this entire situation as a whole. Number 1, she does not own a business. She might on paper. She might legitimately have all the I's dotted and T's crossed. But make no mistake, this is a business she runs from her home that is reliant upon the safety and security of her husband's income. That's first off. The man is providing for her to legitimize her own hobby. And I'm not shitting on it. In a perfect world, we would all be supported and legitimizing our own hobbies. That would be ideal. Not knocking her for it. I'm glad she can I'm glad he is able to subsidize her side hustle, but that's exactly what's happening. He is subsidizing her side hustle. She is not a business owner. She is not opening shop. She's not running payroll. She is not paying a lease for a space. She is running a hobby from her home that she gets to make money on legally. It's a hobby. Let's cut this whole business owner shit right off at the knees, okay? That's not what's happening here. Secondly, this man, upon whom she relies for her shelter, for her food, and the foundation upon which she's able to go to the food supply depot, decides, out of the goodness of his heart, to accompany her on her depot run. On his day off. which he did not have to do. He, out of the goodness of his heart, decided, hey, I'm going to be supportive, I'm going to be of assistance, and I'm going to spend time with my significant other. Good on the husband. Good man. Everything's checked out. And then they arrive to the depot. And what does this little bitch do? She decides, hey, honey, sweetheart, I have to carry the baby all the time. Would you mind carrying the baby this time? I would really appreciate it. And of course, like a good man, a good, strong provider, let's scroll up to this image. Look at this. That is the ideal image of a father. Is it not? I think so. The ideal image of a father decides, of course, honey, I will gladly ease your burdens as we go shopping to subsidize your hobby and maintain your side hustle. Of course, my dear. And this bitch is angry that because she asked her husband, who pays for her side hustle, to wear the baby, that he is being recognized for something that in any other context would be reasonable cause for someone to go, hey, you might be someone in need. Because let me explain something to you about a privilege. It's not privilege, it's reciprocated. Do you understand that concept? You can't call something a privilege if there isn't some mechanism that reciprocates something in kind. A privilege is something that just stands on its own. Literally, that's what makes it a privilege. So when people in society at large see a man on his own in a Home Depot in a food depot of all places, shopping, carrying heavy things, and mind you, if she has her husband there, wearing the baby or not, guess whose ass is picking up the 100-pound bag of flour? The man is. So, we have a man wearing the child, picking up 100-pound bags of flour and ingredients and whatnot, on his lonesome or with the wife, and people are looking at him realizing, dude, either you're married to the woman next to you or she's in a different aisle, but man, if you're a single father, rock on. and okay, here's another aspect to this that we need to be honest and sincere about. It is not other men walking up to this guy cheering behind him for he is a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow. No, that's not fucking happening in this scenario. This bitch is angry because other women are coming up to her husband and going, oh my gosh, look at you. You're amazing. I have to do this all week. And no doubt, since, you're a strong-looking man, you smell like responsibility, and you're carrying a baby alone in this department store, dude, you're awesome. I want to maybe get your number. They're interested in this man. Make no mistake about it. He has increased his sex appeal by 200%. Let me make that very clear. This woman is upset because the man who subsidizes her side hustle has been recognized by society for doing something that is clearly outside of the norm. He is clearly presenting an image that says, in any other circumstance, hey, I might be in need of assistance. There might be something missing in my life since I, as a man, now have to pick up 100-pound bags of flour and ingredients while a baby is strapped to my chest. It is natural for a female to see this in the wild and go, interesting. I want to know more. And that is not, I'm going to repeat this is not daddy privilege. Okay? Because not only is it not daddy privilege, women have a social equivalent. You ladies used to have, or you should still in the current day have something akin to it. It's called damsel privilege. For example, If you are on the side of a road and your hood's open and you're against the side of the car, you're looking in the hood, and men are driving past by, at least 1 out of 10 or 5 or 3 is going to stop and go, excuse me, ma'am, do you need help? Or God help you, if you're in your driveway under the car and men happen to be passing by, it should be normal in a society like ours for men to stop and go, she might need a little help. It's the same thing that men do or are supposed to do, like helping old women cross the road. Or if you see a woman with obviously massive and heavy bags of groceries without a cart, you should ask, does she require assistance, and bring don't even ask, just do it. Pick up the heavy objects and be a man and take the shit to her car. That's what you should do. That is expected. That is healthy. That is normal. Let me say that again. That is normal. And ladies, I know I pissed off at least some of you. But understand this. Like I've said in the video before, men, unlike women, have not been brainwashed into the idea that we should have it all. And we don't want your job. We do not want your job. Once again, and just to make this clear, as our society is deteriorating further down into this spiral of decadence and commercialism, let me explain something. Not that long ago, and I understand that women are out there in the grocery store and in the department store and all in the mall and all these places, and they have next to no help with children throughout the day. I get it. I have a wife and I have little ones, and yes, they are a handful. Don't get me wrong. Women need all the help they can get, but you need to understand, when you ladies went into the economic spaces where men were, to be more like men, to have it all, to do all of the crazy batshit things that men do for whatever godforsaken reason, you left the social space. And because you left the social space, it was not that long ago. It was not long ago when all of those spaces, the supermarket, the department store, even your gym membership, would have daycares. They would have nurseries. And for fuck's sake, even in our modern day, when they build a new fast food restaurant, they don't put in the play places anymore. You can't go to McDonald's and have something to entertain your children anymore. And when I was growing up, that was the norm. You went to those places because your children had outlets that they could express, that they could go and socialize in. Well, you did all the house management stuff. That was normal when I was growing up. And when you ladies decided that you were going to trade that social space for the economic space, corporate America noticed. And corporate America said, hey, we can protect our bottom line and let these bitches fend for themselves. And so here you are. But here's the real kicker of it all. You're not mad at the corporations. You're not mad at the department store. You're not mad at your gym membership. You're not mad at the fast food restaurant. You're like this stupid bitch. You're mad at your husband. Because society is recognizing something correct and decent. And the correct and decent thing that they are seeing is, oh my God, a potential single father is having too much on his plate. And the reason society thinks that is because that father is not deluded. He is not brainwashed. He was not the fool who said, I can have it all. And society still at least understands that a man cannot handle a child on his own. And because of that, it's not privilege. It's right. It is the right thing to do. And you ladies have robbed yourselves of it through your own choices and activities. This is not privilege, because once again, it is reciprocated in kind. There is damsel privilege for things that men look and see women doing, oh no, she needs help. And it's the same exact thing here. When a woman sees a man alone in a grocery store, strapped with a baby, they know he needs help. And I am proud. I am proud to live in a society and a culture who acknowledges at least the situation where the man might need assistance. I am proud of that. That is a good thing. And to hell with women who, for some egotistical bullshit reason, thinks that this is unreasonable. It's not. It's kind. And it's what men should expect when they are out alone in public with a child. Because, believe it or not, nurturing ain't our job, and we don't want it. It is still your primary duty, just like it is his primary duty to provide, to preside, and to protect over his home. As long as he's doing those three things, he is fulfilling his role as a man. You decided to take on the burden of a side hustle. You chose, and not only did you choose to take on the burden of a side hustle, you did it on his dime. You did it on his money. You did it on his income. And he chose to take a day to spend out with his wife, to carry his child, and to lift heavy objects for you, and you decided to throw a temper tantrum because society looked at him and said he might need assistance. And you're offended by that. Fuck you. You don't deserve this man. Let me make that clear, full stop. You are a privileged cunt. Knock it off. There is no dad privilege. What this is society recognizing that a man might be in need. And that is a damn good thing, and I am proud of it. I've been Carnal. God bless everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.